I'll start you out with a view from our Viera Wireless Neighborhood Weather Network camera up near the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, not too far from La Vida Pass. And this morning, you can see the valley here. We have just a little bit of some of this ground fog that we've seen in spots. And of course, we have a few clouds overhead and some pretty colors on the right side of the screen. So nice looking start to the day for sure. Temperatures are in the 50s to lower 60s. In eastern Colorado, we have 30s and 40s over the mountains and mountain valleys. And where we do have some patchy low clouds and fog, they're not likely to last very long. We should get some sunshine for a few hours today. We'll probably have some haze though. FUTURECAST is showing that we'll keep the haze and smoke probably relatively marginal here in the southern part of the state. Should be a little worse as you head north towards Denver today. But I do think we will have some of that to contend with behind that little front that came through last night. Again, the low clouds that are in place in parts of eastern Colorado that are patchy in nature will continue to break up this morning. And then we'll see clouds redevelop over the mountains as we head into the afternoon with some generally isolated and compared to yesterday, probably weaker showers and thunderstorms developing late this afternoon, primarily over near the mountains or near the Colorado and New Mexico state line through that 4 o'clock time frame. High temperatures today will be comfortably cool compared to the rest of the holiday weekend with 70s to lower 80s in eastern Colorado, 60s and 70s over the mountains and mountain valleys. And of course, that would be prior to any showers or thunderstorms developing, as they tend to cool the air more noticeably. So if you're heading up into Teller County today, I think we'll probably be in the 60s for much of the day. Might want to keep a hoodie or a light jacket with you, especially with the possibility that some thunderstorms will come by a little later on. We'll look for mid-70s through Colorado Springs, maybe upper 70s for Fountain and Hanover. Along the Arkansas River, I do think we'll be around 80 degrees today, with mainly 70s on the higher terrain south and west of town. Again, we expect some storms. It's just that we don't expect as many of them as we had last night, and they probably won't be quite as strong. But you still see some brighter colors on the map, which means that if you happen to get a stronger cell overhead, you could pick up a nice downpour, at least briefly, as these things track off towards the south and east. FUTURECAST wants to suggest that we get a pretty good cluster of storms as the sun's going down across the plains. Might be overdoing the coverage just a little bit. As compared to last night, I don't think we'll have quite that kind of rainfall. But again, if we get a brief line to go through, could rain pretty good on you for a short time before things clear out of the area. And tomorrow morning, I think we'll probably stay mostly clear in many areas as drier air works in, so unlikely that we'll have the repeat of the patchy low clouds and fog that we've seen in spots this morning. Be kind of cool tonight too, 50s to lower 60s for the plains, 30s and 40s up across the mountains and major mountain valleys. Cheyenne Mountain, looking out towards the east now, you can see the sun has risen, and if you look closely, you can see that it's bouncing off the top of those pockets of low cloud cover that are kind of floating around there over low-lying areas. Again, real shallow, won't be around for too long. And then we start tracking more heat. Probably drier weather too for quite some time, and eventually some periods of wind. More on that coming up in our extended forecast soon. Gershon, back to you.